This stitch is the machine blind hem. This is where we will put a hem into a sample of fabric that is virtually invisible from the outside. You can actually see my small orange stitches because I did use contrasting thread, so you will be able to see this. But on the inside it looks like this. So let me show you how we set that up. You will use a 3x8 fabric swatch out of your kit, and you can refer to your sewing machine manual on page 50. It will show you the steps to do this, but I'm going to demonstrate it here as well. We will start by folding up just 1/4 of an inch on one edge of our fabric sample. That way we have a nice finished edge. You can always finish these off with a little hem lace. If you have a serger, you could do a serged edge if you'd like. Or hem tape is another option. You can buy those at the fabric store. And I'll set that first press at 1/4 of an inch. My next one I am going to set at a 1-inch distance. Hems will usually be anywhere from 1 1/4 is your most common hem for the bottom of a straight skirt or pant legs, and you can see them up to a full 2 inches. Beyond that, that's a little extreme. You don't need that much more. But we start off with this. You have 1/4 of an inch folded up and then a full inch. Now over to the machine. We need to make an adjustment for our position and our stitch selection. We are going to use stitch F. So I will dial that into here, and the book indicates a 2.5 stitch length is good, and my tension should be on a 3. So that sets us up. Now, this is the trickiest part of it all. You start off, find I can line it up first by laying it like this. Then I am going to flip it backwards, because if you look at the way the stitches on the diagram of this particular stitch, will have several straight stitches, then the needle will move to the left to do like a zig and come back to the right for the other half of the zag, I guess, and forward a few stitches and then over again, and forward some more, and then the needle over to the left. And I set this up right under here so that my needle does go in. It should be in its furthest right position, so close to this folded edge, and it will just take some practicing to kind of get how far away does that next edge need to be when I go to sew this. Now you just want to barely catch this folded edge on this side, so not too much. In fact, I'm kind of making some adjustments as we go to try and get that. This is one reason why if you use this hem, you want to practice before you actually do it on the garment. And on this one, you do not need to backstitch. You usually wind up returning to where you started. So these are what you want. You barely want to catch the threads over here. This one's a little deep. That one, that's a good one. It barely got it. This one did not catch it at all. So that's not so good. These got a little bit further in. So I would want to check that some more. This is very key as to what you're trying to achieve. You can barely see those. Some of these others you can see more clearly. That's not really what you want. But if you used thread that matched your fabric, it would be near invisible. So let's go ahead and give it one last press to kind of get rid of that crease that happened from folding it. Now if you get comfortable enough and control the machine, you could put in a blind hem fairly quickly with the machine as opposed to doing one by hand that you've practiced before. But from the back it actually would look like this, but this stitching, remember, does not go all the way to the front. It's because you flip it back and you're actually doing the straight stitches along here, then this pattern zigzags to the left, catch that fold going straight, and again a zigzag to the left just to catch that folded edge. All right, that'll be a tricky one to line up. The invisible blind stitch with the machine.